In terms of fan fiction, do comics count? Because if so, I have been sent some comics, and they're hilarious. But what's it like being an internet celebrity? It hasn't really affected my everyday life, you know. I mean, it's affected my everyday life in that I have to like work, you know, on the needle drop. I'm spending more time doing the needle drop, and like, you know, I have like a nice chunk of change at the end of every month that, you know, goes towards bills and stuff like that. And you know, I actually feel like I'm coming closer to making a living off of this, you know. So that's nice. You know, that's a really nice feeling. But it's not like, you know, affecting my life in the way that you would assume, you know, it would affect a celebrity's life. Like, oh, is fame getting to me? Are people coming up to me on the street and going, "Aren't you Anthony Fantano?" Like, no, not really. You know, it's not like I go to the grocery store and I get hassled. It's not like people come up to me at Stop and Shop and go, "Hey, you hated that Kanye album? You're a dickhead." You know, nothing like that. I mean, the only places I can really expect anybody to really recognize me is if I, you know, go to a place where the circles of people who watch me kind of hang out, you know, like at a show. But even then, you know, a lot of people probably don't even recognize me. Either that or don't come up to me, and it sucks if somebody's like intimidated to walk up and say hi, you know, even if they're like mad at me or something. I mean, I try to imagine myself as being approachable, you know. It's not like I'm a jerk in person, you know. I'll talk to people if they come up and they're like, "Hey, are you Anthony Fantano?" Yeah, I have. But I think the only time where my internet fame really kind of manifested itself in real life was when I went to South by Southwest. And pretty much everywhere I went, just walking up and down the street, people were like, "Hey, are you that guy? That internet review guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." And, you know, one guy even tried to pitch me his band, drunk. And, you know, he's like, "I want to know what I gotta do for the internet's busiest music nerd to review my album." And, you know, that conversation didn't go over well. Not that we fought, but, you know, it's like, hey, you know what, you're wasted. You're probably not even going to remember this tomorrow, so let me just go. So, I mean, you know, it's not like my life has changed all that drastically, and that's because it's been a very, very, very slow change, because the needle drop has grown in terms of popularity very, very, very slowly. I mean, I know for somebody who's not doing it, you know, it's kind of like, "Hey, I just turned around and I noticed, oh, you have 40,000 YouTube subscribers. Whoa!" You know, but the thing is, like, I've been doing the needle drop in one form or another since like 2007, you know, and I haven't really been doing it well all that time. You know, I've been making a ton of mistakes, and, you know, and like learning from those mistakes and figuring out, you know, what's the best stuff to cover, what's the best stuff to talk about, or, you know, when can I really kind of skip over an album, or like, you know, how to review something. You know, I'm still learning all these things. There's no handbook for this stuff. I didn't take a class, you know. I never even really planned on reviewing anything. I mean, ideally, I would have just done the radio show and that's it, you know, where I wasn't reviewing anything. I was just kind of giving background on albums and just like playing songs, and that's it. But you know, it all kind of came down to this. Where now I'm just, you know, reviewing things and giving my opinion, and, you know, I guess people are interested in that sort of thing. Apparently, I didn't think they were, but apparently they are. So there you go. That's something I had to figure out. I assumed that, you know, what kind of music show would people want? They want a show where they just hear songs. Sounds great. That's what I was doing. Didn't work. What works? No music at all. Just hearing what people think. Oh, okay. Doy. Like, I don't know why that, you know, initially I didn't think that was the truth, but apparently it is. So no fan fiction, internet celebrity, 40,000 YouTube subscribers. I don't know. There are bigger YouTubers out there. I can't really say that this is really internet celebrity status. But I guess the only other thing that it's really affected in my day-to-day life is that I like the music board on 4chan. I've been going on there for years, even before the needle drop was even a thing, and now I'm like pretty much like a meme on there, and it's kind of weird when I go on there and I see people like posting about me, and it's like, hey, I just want to go on like a share thread or whatever, and now it's like, it's hard to go on there and just like not only go on there for 5 minutes, which I used to, it's like, oh, I'll just see if there's a share thread or something, or if somebody's like talking about a new band or something. And, usually I'll get stopped in my tracks because somebody's posting about me, and I'll be like, why? Why are you posting about me? But whatever, it's like people do that stuff. I take the internet hate in stride. There's no reason to take it seriously. It's just internet hate, People hate all sorts of things on the internet. Whatever.